What is the study of producing, processing, preparing, and evaluating, and using food?
Perfect. Food science is the correct choice.
What is the term that refers to cafes, fast food outlets, and restaurants, as well as the catering institutions that provide food for schools, hospitals, and nursing homes?
Great job. Food service sector is the accurate answer.
What food processing method is used to this mango?
Well reasoned. Drying is the correct choice.
Which of the following methods are used to prevent food spoilage? Which of the following methods is used to protect the food from malfunction?
Right choice. All of the above is the best answer.
The food which are processed as little as possible in order to retain the quality of fresh food are called fresh food quality.
Excellent. Minimally preserved food, minimum protected foods is a brilliant choice. Which of the following is an example of manufactured food? Which of the following is an example of manufactured food?
Smart pick. JAM and pickles, jam and pickle is the correct choice.
In choosing food processing equipment, why is it better to choose those with parts easy to assemble and disassemble?
You're right. Easier to assembling after dismantling is the correct answer.
Mango jam is the product of processing mango pulp, sugar, and calamansi juice. What do you call this product?
Well picked. Output is the correct answer.
Addition of vitamin A in the vegetable oil is the example of vitamin A in vegetable oil.
Bravo. War fortification food profession is the answer.
Which of the following food is non-perishable? Which of the following foods is not bad?
Strong choice. Wheat is the right answer.
Which is not true about the types of food production products available in the industry?
You got it? Your choice preparation is right.
It is used for cutting or slicing fish or meat and other food items, for scaling fish.
On track. Knife is the correct answer.
Used to lift or handle food and other raw materials, especially when it is hot.
Correct response. Tongs is the most accurate answer. Used to separate solid from liquid materials or sift fine particles of food.
Good job. Your answer strainer works well here. Low sodium salt is an example of low sodium salt is an example of this.
Nice selection. Medical foods is the correct and valid answer.
This is used to seal packaging and other thermoplastic material.
Sharp thinking. Polig impulse sealer is the right choice.
A standard measuring instrument used in fish processing is dash.
Smart move. All of the above is an accurate answer.
A device used to measure the temperature of fish deer food is dash.
Well done. Thermometer is the right choice.
This is used heat source during cooking or for processing food.
Right again. Jez range is a valid answer.
Dash is the process of taking in food through the hollow tube.
Good thinking. Ingestion is the right answer.
Ice cream is an example of ice cream. Is an example of this.
Nice work. You chose formulated food formulas foods, and it is correct.
used for washing purposes, and as a container for cooked food.
Correct. Basin is the right answer.
Why do you process fish for food using different procedure?
You chose to increase the shelf life of fish, and it is correct.
All of these are disadvantages of processing foods except
Solid response. Often fortified is a valid choice.
how will you determine the unit cost of certain product?
Exactly. Cost of production divided by number of servings makes sense, and it is right choice.
The first food science textbook was most likely a dash. Great thinking. Cookbook is the right choice.
It is used to hold food during preparation and cooking.
Excellent choice. Mixing bowls is the right answer.
Is the product income in the ready-to-eat category?
Nicely done. Fruit orange is a solid answer.
Which is the first stage of food processing?
Valid point. Ingestion is true.
Companies that process foods are called dash.
Clear logic. Your choice food manufacturers is sound and 100% true.
What is the function of the refractometer? Clear logic. Your choice measures the sugar content of sap and syrup is sound and 100% true. It uses vinegar to preserve food. Great thinking. Pickling is the right choice. The best subject ever is dash. Great job. Food studies is the accurate answer.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Nice work. You chose contact Narayan Changder and it is correct.